Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing this really pretty golden smoky look. It's super easy and we are going to be using the Natasha Denona BIBA palette. I really like the way this turned out. It's soft yet dramatic and I absolutely am happy with the outcome. If you guys want to see how I got this look, then let's go. I'm getting ready for work. I'm going to take my Lane Low Paint Pot by MAC. This will be my first time back to Sephora in a month. I'm not ready to go back. I feel like I have so much that I do in the weekends and I want to stay at home, but I don't have an option. I need to keep my connection with Sephora. I'm actually going to take a little bit of this Luminous Moisture Cream by NARS. It's a sample packet, but I feel like my skin is a little dry. It smells citrusy and ooh, it feels good though. I moisturized already. I used my Peter Thomas Roth moisturizer with SPF. Oh, this feels really nice, but I needed something with a little extra hydration. So I'm thinking like, what can I wear that we sell? And I haven't been there again in a month, so I don't know. I know it's out online, but I like to wear things that we already have in store so that it's an easy pickup. Maybe I think I may do NARS. I'm gonna do BIBA. That's what I want to do. That's what I grabbed. And instead of rummaging through what I have, I'm just going to do what my little heart desires. I'm going to take this Royal Line Nickel brush and I'm going to go in with Tusk, which is that top color there. And I'm going to take this and just apply it all over my lid to set my paint pot. So I want to take a vacation this summer, and for the last few years, before I was pregnant, the last two vacations I'd taken, my husband and I had gone to Mexico, and I don't want to do Mexico because we've been there and I would like to go somewhere different. But I of course would want to do like an all-inclusive, especially now that we're traveling with my little one. And it also helps keep like the cost of traveling down, but I don't know what to do. I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to go in with these shades here. I don't know what I want to do, guys. I want to go warm, but I feel like I should go neutral, and I feel like this middle row is our neutral. Because, whatever. I feel like they're warm neutrals, and then cool neutrals. That's how I view this palette. I'm going to go in with Tone, which is the shade here. And then I'm going to go in with the second shade here, which is Buff. I'm going to go in with Buff and then Tone. So Buff is this one. So anyway, so if you guys have any suggestions on where we can go, then let me know. On my bucket list, I want to go to Bali, Maldives. There are images that I've seen like on Instagram and all over the internet, like those like little huts with like the beautiful clear water. Guys, like that is my ideal vacation, and I want to see sharks. I actually was just dreaming that we were on vacation and I went swimming with the sharks. Like, that is goals for me. So that's my imaginary vacation. So if you guys have suggestions, I would really appreciate you guys leaving them down below. Mexico to me seems like the more affordable option. Like, I just feel like Mexico's always affordable. But I'm open to suggestions. Now I'm going to go in with Tone. That's this color here. And I'm going to use the same brush. This is one of the Her Cream to powder finishes. And I'm just going to use this to buff my edges out. I really don't want to go to work. It's been, well, yesterday wasn't bad. It was cool. But it wasn't bad. But today's supposed to be like 73 We haven't had like super nice weather like that in a while. We've had like snow. We've had a lot of rain recently. I am going to take, I think I'm going to use my finger, Shine. And I'm going to use my finger to apply that. So I don't want to go to work. This is a hard part about having like a side gig. You're always working weekends or quite a bit of weekends, and then yeah, that's pretty. It's hard to leave when the weather is nice. And you know it's going to be really busy today because it is nice. The store I work at is in an outdoor mall. I was praying for rain. And even then, it hasn't stopped people from coming out. Like I remember during really crappy snowy weather, people are still shopping. It's like, keep your butts at home. I don't know if I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to take this Royal Lang Nickel brush. It's flat. And I'm just going to use this to define the color placement. And then I'm just going to buff out the edges. Part of me wants to go in with a darker shade and smoke out the outer corner, but we'll see. I'm going to do some liner, mascara, and then we'll come back and finish or start the complexion. Alright guys, I'm going to go in with my Smashbox concealer in medium cool peach. I smeared my liner in this corner. It's going to drive me nuts. I'm just going to let it settle down, and then I'm going to figure out how to fix it. I tried to layer the eyeshadow wet. It's not working. This concealer feels so nice. It feels so creamy and cool. So I'm just going to let that sit for a minute. I'm like struggling today, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just feel a little off, probably because I just woke up. I'm not sure. I'm not feeling it. So I'm gonna take my foundation, and this is the shade 36S. This is my Tarte Face Shape Foundation. I have been using this like no other. I love it so much. So I have, well, let me tell you guys, I had the Tarte Pro discount, and then like 2 years ago, all of a sudden they're like revamping their Pro program, right? So I'm like, what does that mean? We've never been able to get the discount on Shape Tape because that is their #1 seller and they're banking off of it, right? Well, finally I get this email that says, your Pro discount is now available, after I bought this, by the way. And they're like, go ahead and use it like a pro since you're a pro. And then I look, and I have till the end of the month to use my discount. So I think it's silly if the plan is to let us use it a few times a year, because before, after you spent a certain amount, they would basically suspend your discount until it reset itself. Which I don't remember if it was like the end of the year or every couple of months, but I thought that was whack too. So now I'm like in a position where I'm like, do I buy another, like a backup of this foundation, because I do use it every day, and do I try to figure out what my summer shade would be? I don't know, because this one I got when they had their friends and family discount. I wanted to try it, or I don't remember what the discount was, but I did want to try it, and I'm glad I got it, but I don't know what to do. And if the plan is for Tarte to basically determine when we can use our discount, that's whack. The Pro discount. I feel like if any company offers you a Pro discount or like a program, then we should be able to use it whenever we want. Like, how do you know that this isn't going to become like a kit staple, you know? I'm taking a little bit of my foundation, and I'm just going to tap it right where that smudges. It's kind of like MAC does this thing where pros can't get their discount on new releases until it's been out in the market for 2 weeks. And I think that's really silly too, because again, like now I guess it doesn't matter. Before, things would sell out quickly. And I understand why they have that system, because back in the day when MAC was like on top of the world, pro people would purchase, and this was before I even had a pro discount, would buy everything up and then they would release it to the general public, and it was like you couldn't get much of anything at that point. So the point of them doing it was to control, you know, how fast things were selling out, so that everyone would get an equal chance, right, at purchasing items. But like Tarte, like that's whack. Like, come on now. I have a lot of issues with certain things. Like the other one, NARS, takes forever to ship. Forever. So if you are buying something from NARS, make sure you have time to wait for it, because as a pro member, I'm the only one that has a problem. My friend Jessica will place an order and she has her pro discount too. And she gets hers in like days. Me, it'll be weeks. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being cray. I'm being cray. Let's just write it off as me being cray. I'm going to go in with my Fenty liner, which is what I used. And I'm going to line right where I concealed. And then I'm going to take that small detailing brush again. This is a MAC, I think 228. Yep, 228. And I'm going to go back in with that shimmery shade that we used. And I'm just going to place that right where the concealer is. I don't think that's going to work. I think, if anything, it's made it really obvious. It's going to have to work for today, guys. So what else? Yeah. So that's where I'm going to end my issue with pro discounts, because I'm grateful I have them. But I just feel like there's always improvement. Maybe that's what I should start doing, is like start writing these companies. All right, so now I am going to take, ooh, this is driving me nuts. I'm gonna leave it because I started to drink coffee. I did my liner before coffee because my hand shakes. I learned that at a MAC training. Romero did a training, and he was like, how many of you guys drink coffee in the mornings on your way to a gig? And so of course people are like, oh, me, you know, because sometimes you have to start early. Like I've started weddings as early as 4. I'm gonna take a little, this is my Caudalie powder, by the way, not Caudalie, my Coty Airspun. I really like this powder, guys. It's replaced, or at least for now, some of my high-end powders. It's what I grab for daily. So anyway, so he was like, how many of you guys think that your hands, you know, are pretty steady even with drinking coffee? And we're like, oh, you know, well, us. Why else would we drink coffee, right? Like you wouldn't sabotage your work. Well, he said the next time you do makeup, he's like, even if it's on yourself, he's like, test out how your hand shakes. I'm taking this Royal Langnickel brush. And he's like, and you'll see that really, even though you think your hand doesn't shake, it does shake. He's like, so do it before coffee and then do it after coffee. We're like, oh, okay. Guys, let me tell you, I tested it out and it's true. My hand, even though it wasn't a lot, was shaking. I'm like, holy hell. So my thing is, now before a wedding, I won't have coffee and I won't do liner with coffee. So now that I've had it, I'm like, I don't want to mess it up. So I've been using this bronzer a ton. This is the Cover FX bronzer, and this is in the shade, what is this? Sun Kiss Bronze. And I love using it with this 154 by Smith Cosmetics. And I love this bronzer and I love this brush. And together, they are killer. So I'm going to go in with honey, warm honey. This is their little blush set. So I'm going to take a 137 by MAC, and I'm taking the matte shade first, and I'm just kind of buffing the color into my cheeks. And now I'm going to take that shimmer shade, and I'm just going to layer it. I need to be mindful of my time. It's so stupid. Alright, so now I have my eyebrows on. I'm doing my, letting the primer that I use for my lashes set in before I go in with my mascara. And I don't know why I didn't just wait for it to dry. But anyway, I think it's because I need to take this bake off. So I'm going to go in with my Jouer setting powder, and this is the super soft, what is this? Soft Focus Hydrating Set Powder. I'm going to use a Sonia-Cashew brush, and I'm going to use this to basically buff everything together and just finish everything. I love this powder, guys. Like, it looks so good. It makes my skin look so smooth. I love it. All right, guys, I'm going to take Marc Jacobs Brownie pencil, and I'm going to use that to line my lower lash line. Also, the mascara that I have on today is the Pat McGrath mascara, which I love. And then I didn't want to use anything like super harsh or dark on my lower lash line because I just want to keep everything soft. So I went with a brown. And we are going to smudge it out. I know me will pass the seed, baby. So I'm going to take this brush by Zoeva, and I'm going to go in with Freckle, which is this shade here, and I'm going to use that to smudge my lower lash line. Again, I want to keep everything really soft, so I don't want to go in with like a super dark shade, but I may end up having to build it up a little bit. I'm going to take Tone, which is that color there, and I'm going to add a little bit of that to the lower lash line. I'm happy with the way it looks. I'm going to go ahead and take my Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara, and I'm going to use this on my lower lash line because anything else will smudge on me. I know it will. And this is a great tubing mascara that works really well on lower lashes. Alrighty. So for my lips, I'm going to use Spice Pencil by MAC and Hourglass Lipstick in One Day. Alright guys, so this is the final look. Really soft, definitely daytime wearable, and easy. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this look, and please be sure to leave a comment down below, subscribe, and like this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.